Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect yours. Market warning, listen close and heed. Daily payouts can fool, but they're not what they seem. Be resilient, don't give up, keep your guard tight. Trading isn't for the weak, so stay in the fight. Inversions rise, Hirami fall. Stay cautious, don't let your capital stall.
Hello, good afternoon. What's up? What's up? Let's see what we got going on this afternoon. What do we got going on? Disciplined trader in the house. Looking around here. All right. Well, we know we're holding up here at the all-time highs. I mean, really, like, I don't know. Yeah, mark out some of these wicks to the downside here. Probably still just going to be buying dip mode. We'll see. Buy the dip mode. I mean, when we pull back, we'll probably pull back 300 or 400 points. I just don't know if that's today. Of course, Max would start scratching on the door. I literally tried to get him to come in here right before I started streaming, and he refused. And now he would scratch on the door. He would scratch on the door. That doggo. So let's think about what would make us want to short if we thought about doing that. What up, Zabak? What level? I mean, realistically, we really'd have to close below this here in order for me to change my bias and kind of start looking for some shorts. If we inverse the 15-minute, I would expect us to retest the 700 down there. That is quite a ways. It's about 100 points down from where we're currently at. So, with what we currently are looking at, probably just going to be in buy dips type mode. I think that's what we're going to do. I'll be on micros. We'll be on one eval, but we'll be on micros. So if we get into a position and we're wrong, we can kind of scale our way out of it. Have enough room on it to scale our way out. What up, Tech T? We might do the 15. We do the 5 second. We'll do it with, say, 5 micros at open. Switch over to the 5 second there at open and see what happens. Let me go let this dog in. He's just going to continue to scratch until I do. So hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. We're back. What's up, Jen? Yes. Sean C in the house. What up, Sean? Sean. I'm out of the survivors pool today, Sean. I lost. I picked. I don't even remember who I picked. Who did I pick? Somebody that was playing Cleveland, and Cleveland won. I don't remember even who it was. Can't even remember who it was. Green Bay, yeah, that's who it was. What up, Eric? I'm out. What up, Mo? But we might jump on this afternoon for a little poker action. Oh, somebody asked you, oh, goodness. Oh, did Cove take that game too? What up, David? Yeah, I'm looking for the poker link. Did Cove take that game too? He must have took that game. I mean, I would expect Green Bay to win that game, but what up, Delco? Delco? Is this Dale? Surely that's not Dale. Oh, he did too? Oh, okay. So that's the thing. I didn't go through and look and see who picked who. I just made my picks on my own. And, you know that's going to happen in the NFL. There's going to be upsets. So, oh, it's not. I saw Dale in the Discord the other day. Andy's a beast. He's all right. He's fair game. Andy's fair game. We got a little Coke Zero here. Yeah, I saw his response. I guess he made a little money and he decided to go and spend it. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. I did post the link to poker up there in the chat. If you guys want to join tonight, you're welcome to. I think Sean says it's going to start around 8. And if you want to join Cove's Discord, we'll be in the main chat in the voice channel. Chatting around, talking shit to each other. What up, Curd? We'll go 5 micros on the opening range trade. We'll see how she works, how she does, and just kind of go from there. I need to get something to listen to. I'm just over here. I'm not even listening to any music or anything. Let's find something. Curd going to play at 8 Eastern. Right around 8 p.m. Eastern. That's about 2 hours and 7 minutes. 2 hours and 7 minutes. Somewhere in there. I'm sleepy today. Talking trash, that's right. Oh, you're from the Middle East? Kurt, so yeah, 2 hours and 7 minutes. I got you. You got a full port of Dying Tradeify account? Nice. Should pop it open. I mean, we're going to play it both ways. We're going to play it whatever way it breaks, that's the way we're going. That's the way we're going. No bias. If it goes short, we're going short. If it goes long, we're going long. Just depends. Only on an eval though, so waiting for that 500 point retracement day. It'll probably go without us. We'll miss that day probably. Yeah, it's closed, Tyson. It opens up in 5 minutes. Yeah, BK, I'm gonna take it. Looks like a bear flag. Man, it's so hard to short this though, Tech T. I did try to short it, but you know. You're confused by the market? It's no big deal. We don't mind helping you. You were shorting Power Hour Friday, kept getting burned. I was long. I mean, at the end of the day there, I guess it pulled back right there. We got about 4 minutes until open. We're going to switch over to the 5-second chart and take it at open with 5 micros. Try to leave a little runner if we can. Oh, hit DLL? Yeah, Mo, that's what it does. $8:30 to 4:30 regular hours. So no, it's 9:30 to 4 p.m. is regular hours. Weekend it opens up, so it's closed Friday from 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Friday to 6 p.m. on Sunday. Opens up from 6 p.m. on Sunday. That's your basically your open hours for the new week. What do we got over here? Somebody send me a message. I don't know. I heard a noise. So yeah, I got just a couple minutes here until open, and we'll jump into a trade right quick and see what happens. Mancini's basically looking for kind of a sweep, a pullback. I mean, his ideal scenario is to sweep this 87 low and then recover 88 and long, but could just pull back to the 6,700, but I don't know. So we'll just keep an eye on that. That's all we'll do. See what happens here at open. Lucid has a great price, but the daily loss limit is killing it. I haven't traded Lucid yet. I've been wanting to, but I haven't yet. Alright guys, let's get down to the 5-second chart here. Down to the 5-second chart. That's right. I said it. The 5-second chart. We got 1 minute, less than a minute. So let's get ready here. Let's see what happens. I don't quite know, like I'm trying to zoom out a little bit because I don't know how big this gap might be. All right, let me sit up a little bit so we can execute a little quicker. Let's sit up so we can execute. Oh. Got to get ready here. All right, here we are. One open. Oh my gosh, I can't even see it. All right, I'm in. I'm in on the short. We're just looking 10 points here. Let me actually do this. 837.25. Might not even matter. Oh, did it take my stop off? Why did it do that? Come on. All right, I'm out of that. She tried to be a dirty girl. Let's get back on that minute chart here. We'll average into this as we can. Kind of pop above 65 here. I think I'll add. All right, we're going to take one off at the highs up there at the 88. Tyson, Sunday usually has a bigger move right when it opens. Usually got volatility right at Sunday. So usually that's where the volatility comes from. Volatility. Wasn't a huge fan of the short, but like I said, we were going to go into it with kind of like no bias there. And we can just continue to hold it for now. Add into it as it pulls back. So about every, I'd say 10 points or so we'll add into this long. I'll hold it. I'll wait for a few more extra points on this pullback. And I'll look for 10 points off of the add. Or actually 5 points, I mean. Something like that. We'll just keep averaging into it. What up, Charting Queen? Holding the shorts? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It might pull back and give me the points I had off the short at open there, but I don't know. It should have went off at 10. It stopped me out for a little more than I was anticipating, but that's okay. Not a big deal here. Not that big of a deal. Just kind of average into it as we can. We'll add down here 845. So we'll just see what happens here. We're still long. Although it does look like it's going to pull back. I'm just in a few micros here, so I am completely comfortable with holding this a little longer. A little deeper than I might normally. What goes down must come up, or wait, something like that. What goes up must come down. I don't know. What was the saying? What's that saying? I don't know. Somebody help me. What goes down must go up. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Nice job, Tech T. What goes up must come down. I don't know. One or the other. These can't look at Nasdaq and Trading View after hours. It will. You gotta take it off regular trading hours and put it on electronic trading hours. What goes around comes around. That could be it. Indicators are useless at the moment. I mean, I don't know. I guess you could say they're useless altogether anyway. One could say that, but one could say that. Two minis, 4 evals, 800 on each. Let's go. Just secured a payout with Top Step. Let's go. Nice job, Nestor. Incredible job. Excellent. Add one more right there on this pushback above the 200. See if we can't get our average down just a hair. Get back above the 50 here. We should be able to get a little push. And if we don't, like I said, we're not going to panic out. We're just going to hold it and continue to DCA into it. I don't know what the max micros are on this account, though. This is a 50K core account. I don't know how many micros you can actually scale into on this thing. You never seen Nasdaq break top or low? It has before occurred, like Thursday. Look at Thursday last week. On Thursday, the Asia made all new all-time highs. It broke the high and went up like another 130 points. 600-point drop, charting queen. I mean, it's possible. We could do that in one day, really. We could. We very well could. But yeah, it could do that. It could do 500-600 points in a day for sure, if it really wants to. Doom, 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 doom. Or are you just saying Fridays? Maybe you're talking about Friday to Sunday. Yeah, you could be right there. You could be right. Who knows? All right, I'm going to probably add into this 3 or 4 more micros as we kind of get into like this area down here. Kind of line up with the 14 level there on the ES. See if we can get a little bounce here back into the 40. Get us out of a couple of the micros. But let's just wait for it to touch this kind of zone here. Turn a little previous resistance into some support here. Or not. And then it just continues to push lower. That's okay too. Again, we're long here, but no real reason to panic. No real reason to panic. You just hold. You just hold. That's all you do. You just hold. Look for the 14 level here on the ES, and I think I'll add into it there. Dun, 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 dun. A little pop back into that 200 does look very interesting. Just need the ES to test that level, so that's what we're waiting on. I'll probably add in 3 or 4 more down at that level, I think. So I should be able to get out of those quickly and get my average down a little. ES is at 1450 here, kind of approaching our zone here. All right, I'm going to add 3 right here. Look for a little pop. See if we can get a little poppity pop pop. ES did not quite test that level yet. 1 tick off, but sometimes during this time of day it doesn't necessarily test it directly. We'll see. Push back up into the 43, 44 area. Could be interesting. Have to clear back above that 200 EMA there to kind of get going. There's that 14 level test directly. There's kind of my level of interest as well now. I don't want to get too many in too quick here. I am tempted to add a couple of more here. But maybe we'll wait and see how the ES kind of reacts to this level and if we actually hold this kind of zone area or not. Just be patient. ES actually working its way below the 14 level right now. All right, I'm going to add 2 more there. So we're up to 9. I don't really know what the max is I can get in here. Pivot at 803. Yeah, I see it down there. We seize it. Just be patient here. We'll pop off that level there. I'm going to move these up a little bit because I think that when we get a little push here, that we'll actually get a decent push. So no real reason to kind of take a loss on those. Yeah, I'm a long charting queen. We are long here. If the ES pops back above 14 here, we squeeze. It might decide to go back down a couple of levels. We'll see. I'm willing to just hold it. Keep averaging into it. 30 micros. Yeah, I think mine is actually only 2 minis tech T. I don't even think I can go 3. But we'll see. Just average into it as we can. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Remember, Bulanox is 91% off. Yeah, Sean, I got no real stops. I mean, I'm in micro. I mean, I am in 9 micros, but still. I plan on just, I mean, if something happens and then it blows the account, it just blows it. So I don't think it will, though. I want to kind of average out of that at the 200 EMA right there, up there at the 41s. Leave a couple on for some runners. I've averaged into it, Sean. I got long up here originally at 860. So I'm averaging into it. I got long with like 1 micro, and now I'm up to 9. So I've just been averaging into the pullback. Averaging in, averaging in. Nothing crazy. Feel a lot more comfortable doing that with micros than I do with a mini, you know. At least it gives you a chance to get out. I am long over here on another account with a mini as well, but only one mini. Looking for 42, which would be 6 points. We'll see if we can get it. I might lower it down a little bit because that 200 EMA is there. But I'm long on this one over here from 37s. Lambo? No. No, I'm just trying to scale out some of those up there. Just trying to get out of the position. That's all. Just trying to scale out a little bit. If I don't make money on it, I just don't make money. You know what I mean? It's okay. Just trying to work myself out of it. I feel like I'm wrong at this point, but you know what it is. Just trying to get myself out of it if I can. Give it a chance to make some money. ES kind of rejecting that 14 level. What up, Zabak? Excuse me, guys. No inside bar yet on the 5-minute chart. Pulling back there to the 30. We might push down to that 800 level. Who knows? I'd prefer it to go back up a bit first, but it may not. It may not want to do it. We'll see. $23 into the day. Stock Tigers down 1K. Did he long like me? He must have longed like methodical and got wrecked. Am I going to the game? I'm not sure yet, Sean. I want to go, but I'm not quite sure. I'm having a car issue, Sean, with that the Explorer. The air conditioner stopped working, and now it's making a noise. So it sounds like one of the bearings, one of the pulling, like either the bearings are bad in one of the pulleys, if that's even a thing, I don't even know. Or something's going on. So metal's hitting metal somewhere. Metal's hitting metal somewhere. That's all I know. And it doesn't sound good. You crank it up and it's like clank, 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 clank. So to the shop with that thing tomorrow. Now the AC compressor belt flew off. So that's why I think like something's going on with one of the pulleys, because it looks like it's shaking while it's running, and that pulley is not, you know, pulleys are not supposed to move. So I don't know. I'm taking it to the shop, dropping it off in the morning. We'll see what happens, but check engine light, catalytic converter. Yeah, Zabak, I've already replaced that. I replaced all the O2 sensors, the both catalytic converters, all the spark plugs, plug wires, the coils, throttle position sensor. I replaced the vent actuator. Like I spent $4,600 on this car in repairs over the last probably 3-4 months. It's only been driven. It's probably more like 6 months, but it's only been driven maybe like 3,000 miles over the last 6 months after the repair. So, catalytic converter was $2,600 for me. But yeah, if it's just a pulley issue, they should be able to fix that pretty simply. As far as like, probably the cost of the part and stuff won't be that much, but the location of it will certainly be a pain in the ass. So, because it is not in an easy spot to get to. And that's why I'm not messing with it myself. You gonna swing it overnight charting? Yeah, it's probably best for it. It's not a Jeep. No, it's it's a 2016 Ford Explorer. It has 171,000 miles on it, which sounds like a lot, but those Explorers typically last in, well into the 200,000s, 240, 250. I was hoping to get another 3 to 6 months off of it, but honestly, I've been looking at other cars yesterday and today. Been doing a little window shopping, not necessarily, went ahead and got a pre-approval and stuff just in case I want to pull the trigger on something, but not really anything out there I want. So, yeah, Pon. I mean, you usually get more out of those cars, but we'll see. All right, back to my entry here, at least on my ads. I'm out over here on my other account. Down to 4 micros here. I'm going to move this one down to the 50 EMA. See if we can't get a little runner going on it. Win Lambo. I want a C8 Corvette. That's kind of what I was alluding to. Me and my girlfriend were kind of talking about it. The payment on it, it's not like I can't afford it. It's just when you have to buy cars for, 2 other kids in the next 2 years. Got 2 kids in 2 years that'll need cars. It's kind of just thinking ahead. Plus looking to buy a house and stuff like that. It's probably not the best time. So, that payment would be somewhere, probably depending upon what kind of guy, it would be somewhere between like $1,200 and $1,500 a month. So, you can buy a lot of cars for $1,200 a month. So, you got out with $50 profit after being down $400. Let's go. Well, I don't know if the insurance would be that bad because, I'm 45 years old. My insurance is pretty reasonable. I don't know that would be that bad for me. For like a young kid, I would say probably, but not. I think if I had to guess, I don't think it'd be any worse than what I'm paying currently on, because here's the thing. We do have an extra car. We have a van. That I'm going to pick up from my daughter's house. I had actually loaned the van out to my daughter's boyfriend to use because he was having car problems, and he literally drove it for like a week, and it's just been sitting in his yard for like the last 6 months. So I'm going to go pick that van up tomorrow morning and drive that one of the Explorers getting fixed. And then after that, I think I will probably going to sell the van and either keep the Explorer. I mean, but like I'm to like my limit on that Explorer as far as having to do repairs. I'm annoyed with it. We've already spent what it's worth. I mean, the car is only worth maybe like $4,000, and I've spent $5,000 on it in the last year at least. So gets to a certain point where you it sounds horrible, but it's like where you punt it to the next person, and then it probably drives for another 100,000 miles with no problems for them. What up, Black Phoenix? So, I replace everything, and then the next person reaps all the benefits. I need a suit an A-Team type van. Yeah, that's what I need, Mo. One of those vans I can sleep in the back. Put me a little queen size bed back there and go to sleep, take a nap. Just put a window AC unit in the back. There's a person at church who drives a van like that, and they legit have a window AC unit sticking out the back window. Hey, whatever works, you know. Whatever works. Yeah, Fund of Futures Network, I don't trade them, but, you know, I think they're good, Black Phoenix. I do have a code with them. Myth! Buy one, get one free, 50% off. I know Tom trades with them a lot. Tom's gotten several payouts with them. If we get above this 50 EMA here, can kind of close above there, I think we can get a push back up. Ain't getting on no plane, fool. Husk doesn't like to fly on planes. He don't like the planes. He used to. He tries to drive everywhere he goes now. Only after the trade is over. Only after the trade is over. That's interesting, Delco. I've never heard of it put like that. So they don't count it against you while you're in the trade? Interesting. You get a lot of Mr. T shorts on your YouTube. Yeah, Mr. T used to walk around. I mean, you know, I'm sure, I don't know if it's real or not. He walk around with like 30 pounds of gold on his neck. £30 of gold. Just buy GC, says Futures Trader. What's GC doing? Yeah, I'd say just buy. It's a ripper. It's a ripper. All right, let me do this right quick. Feel a lot better about this once we get out of these other two. Yes, holding above the 14 there, looking really good. He was single-handedly tanked the market. Oh, life's going fast. Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm out of that one. I'm out of two. Let's see if we can expand now. You did buy just after I lost first and then made most of the loss back. Let's go. I think I'm going to take this one off right here. Be 11 point or 10 points. We'll try to get another runner going if we can. Got to get above the 50 EMA here though. But we are down to 2 now, so we don't have to. Nothing crazy going on here. Getting a little bit of money back that we lost at the open. I will throw my stop into break even once it pushes above 51 here. On the runner. Looks like an ES is at the VWAP, I guess. I never know if the VWAP is right this time of day. Do you guys have the VWAP at 67.16? Pushing it above the VWAP there on the ES. Get us out here at the 50. We'll take that off at the 50 there. Now let's look for the push into the 61. Previous day close up there at the 61 level. Let's actually front run that by just a point or so. IFAG on the 5 minutes, I say we run. Yeah, we do have one. Looking like we're getting a squeeze. Little squeeze going. Get our loss back below the, or right around that 100 level. Oh yeah, I said I was going to put the stop in. Stops in at break even here. Kind of pushing up into that small gap at open. That wick on the 5 minute there, getting a reaction off of it. I don't know if I love my stop being at break even. Kind of thinking about moving it back down and adding into this. If it pulls back more. That's a good reaction though. If we get back above 50 here, we should go. I think we got our take profit up there at a good level. Guys, I do have the link to poker tonight up there pinned in the chat. If you guys want to join us for poker, Sean in the chat there, Cove Trader. We'll all be in there. Around 8 o'clock, it'll start. Click the link, sign up, go to your table at 8 o'clock if you want to play. If you want to chat with us, be able to talk, shoot the shit, if you will, go to Cove Traders Discord. Join us in the voice chat over there. There's Sean. Yeah, we'd like to get some more people in there if you guys want to join us for some poker. It's a free roll. It doesn't cost you anything. Just costs you your pride when you lose. Your pride. And I will not lose. I only lose when, you know, when I get bad beated. You know what I mean? Like somebody turns a set when I got top pair. You know, stuff like that. Come on, market. Rip it up. You passed what Top Step said was a blown account on Top Step X. They sent me a link to activate it, though, so went ahead and got the express funded. Let's go, pawn. You could get beat by a 7 deuce. That's all you got left, Mo? Yeah, me too. Cars are expensive, guys. Expensive. Why are cars so expensive now? What's wrong with that? I like the cheap guys. The cheap guys. They still got paid. What up, caveman? Yeah, Pon. They may figure it out by the time you request a payout. I'm patiently waiting for my pop, my squeeze into 60. I'm waiting for it, Nasdaq. Patiently waiting. Yeah, you go to request a payout, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, that eval was blown. Thank you for your donation." Oh, I don't wish that on you. I wish that on no one. Thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investor Center. We are not moving, guys. This is dreadful. Dreadful. Very, very dreadful. The market is moving very, very slow, guys. Very slow. I say I might move this back a little bit and maybe just add one more time. I don't know. Or should we let it stop us out and then just add back into it? Jump back in? Not sure. What's Pine Tree up to? I'm sure he's on here. Exactly, Tyson. Zero volatility. Oh. Oh. Pine Tree's not at home. I have an idea as to where Pine Tree is. I can't say nothing. You got another one about to be fast as well as a backup. Lost your last one trading. Crazy trying to trade when your daughter was getting her cast off. Oh. Your mood is, I don't want a car now. I just want to pass and buy a PC. Let's go, Curd. Yeah, Pine streaming. Where could he be, Sean? You have an idea too, don't you? Sean has an idea. I was wondering if he was going. BK has an idea too. Everybody knows, but nobody knows, right? Everybody knows, but nobody knows. I'm waiting to see a reflection in the window. A reflection. Oh. What did my friend just send me? What is this? Modern rock tracks. This guy.
This 1-6-footer, I can't handle one-on-one. Ladies, let's have a party. Choose from Mr. Submarine's great lineup of of your vape.
Mr. Submarine. Now that you're trading micros, I see that you're entering your trade on the MNQ chart. During the trade or before you enter, do you follow the price action? Yeah, Frank, I'm only executing on MNQ. I'm charting on NQ. However, during this time of night, there's not really a setup, right? It's just kind of a feel thing. And using micros makes it a little bit more forgiving where you can kind of scale in and scale out. It's something that I've been thinking about doing for a while there, because the thing is, if you start with 1 or 2 micros, you can effectively be wrong for 50 points or so. And I mean, the market works in waves, right? So like, a lot of times it's going to at least pull back to the 50% mark, right? If it goes down, at least going to pull back into the 50% mark. You see, I'm kind of targeting above there. This would really be a safe target, like right here at the 51, 52 area. But yeah, I'm just kind of scaling in this time of night. I don't really know that I'm good enough at that yet to where I'm going to make money at doing it that way. But you never know. We'll see. I mean, if I can make $150, $200 a day doing that, then I'd be okay with it. That being said, tomorrow I probably will go back to minis on my funded accounts. Most likely. Most likely. Give it to me, baby. Mr. Miyagi saying, patient Daniel-san. Yeah. I mean, like this trade, I am making money on this trade. I'll end up making like maybe $35 or $40, I think. Which is not a lot considering I was up to 9 micros. But it does give you the opportunity to be wrong and kind of like scale into it. I mean, you may say like, oh, well, like if you knew this is a better bounce spot, right? Why did you not just wait till here to take the trade? Well, good question. I have no idea. Like we marked this zone out, right? Just a little support zone from Friday. A little bit of resistance just turning into support. And we just bounce right off of it. I don't know. Micro's the way to go, but we want the big win now. Yeah, exactly, Mo. Exactly, and that's kind of the way I'm trying to get out of it. But the thing is, I looked back at last month, last year for this month coming up for October, and I had my best month ever in payouts in October last year. I think I made $27,000 in payouts in 1 month. I don't even have $27,000 in payouts this year. So what was I doing back then? And I've said this before, I was very locked in on the 1 trade per day. Very locked in. Like I would not even, I'd walk away. I'd take a loser trade, $250, and I would just walk away. No big deal. That was my daily loss limit, $250, 1 trade. I either made $250 or lost $250 when I went back and looked. And so part of me wants to do that again, but I can't allow myself to take more than 1 trade if I do it that way. Really got to stick to that hard 1 trade rule in order for that to make sense. Now, obviously, if I scale in with micros, you can take several trades throughout the day. You can take 6 trades, 8 trades, 10 trades. Doesn't matter because you're scaling in. Now, here's the thing. I don't even know. Does Apex have the DCA rule again? Did they do away with the DCA rule, or do they still have it? I can't even remember. They've changed the rules too many times. I didn't even go back and look. Is it still where you can only DCA once, or you can DCA as much as you want? I'm not even sure. Because that's going to make a difference in how I trade the Apex funded accounts. I mean, if you can only DCA once, then trade the micro is not really going to be a thing that's going to help me all that much. But I don't really remember. I guess I could go back and look. But I'm sure someone here knows. The monkey brain likes clicking the buttons. Yeah. I don't really remember if Apex. I thought they did away with the DCA. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Spec Ops. Yeah, I thought they had done away with it, but I could not quite remember. Have to be a little. I mean, like I don't have to be like as with the DCAing rule. Yeah, SE, but that really, if I'm looking 1 to 10 micros, say 10 is the max. There's no way I would be down $600 or $700. I mean, I'm really tilted if I'm down that much. I would think something similar to what I did tonight. I DCA'd quicker tonight than I normally would. I think adding 1 micro every 20 to 30 points, and understanding if you get to 60 or 70 points, you're just wrong. That puts you in about a 3 to 4 micro across 75 points. At the very most, that's going to be, $225, $300 for you to be wrong there. Give yourself about 75 points of room across 3 micros. So, hate them consistency rules on the funded, yeah. But I do think it'll help me on my Take Profit Trader account. But, ultimately it's kind of like something that I'm not used to. I'm not used to going for 20, 30, 40 points at a time. But switching over to micros will help me do that. I think that, like I said, I mentioned it before, switching to micros earlier in the year, I said that it didn't really help me all that much. But I think it's because of the perspective that I had when I switched to micro. 75 points now. It's, what is that? 150, 300. Yeah, I guess it is 450. But you get what I'm saying. I'm not going to hold it for 75 points. I'm just giving an example. I switched over to micros, but what I did was I went to like 5 micros, and I had still tried to keep like a 10-point stop or a 15-point stop. And it didn't really help me all that much because then I would just take multiple trades with 5 micros at a time, which ultimately is not scaling down all that much. But if you start with 1 micro, and then you add another micro at 30 points, and then you add another one at 30 points, then your average should only be down like 30 points at that point. So we'll see. On your 3rd day of your first trade day eval. Oh, nice. The trade day is just like the Take Profit Trader. That's why I like them. Just like it. I plan on scaling up, but I want to get some payouts with these Apex accounts first so I can start scaling up on the number of accounts that I have eventually. You got it, Mo. You got it. No problem. All right, here we go, guys. We're in the macro now. We're 10 seconds away from a new 5-minute candle. And be 5 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's see if this thing can take us back to the previous day close up there at the 60 level. I mean, we're only 6 points away, 7 points away from it, but it looks like it's a long ways away. 1 trade per day, Frank? I think that's a good question, Frank. It's a good question. I think that it would change day to day because, like, I like the previous day close bounce, which is effectively like a gap fill type trade, right? I like that. It's about a 67% back test win rate. I also like the first 5 minute inside bar, and that's about 65% as well. The problem with the 5 minute inside bar, it can't be a fixed stop loss, right? Sometimes that bar is 30 points, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 20. So like you got to adjust the sizing for the size of the bar. The thing I like about the previous day close is it wins 2 out of 3 times, but you don't get that trade every day. So that being said, it could be an initial balance play. It could be a 50 EMA touch. It could be an inversion. The problem with an inversion is, as you know, if it's a 20 point, if the gap's 20 points wide, then that stop might be 30 points, and it may not make sense to use a mini on it. You may have to switch over to a micro or a few micros. So it's going to be a variety of things. It's going to be a variety of things if I go to 1 trade per day. Not just going to be the same trade every day, because price action might dictate something different every day. There might not be an inside bar. There may not be a previous day close touch. There may not be a clean inversion. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll just have to pick a trade and live with it. So YBK wants to see it mail from here. You never know, YBK. It might. It might. We measured this leg, right? I measured this leg. So would it make sense for it to turn back down from here? Yeah, it kind of does. Pushed up into OTE, was 6 ticks off my profit there. 6 ticks away. So we'll see kind of what happens at the top of the hour. Top of the hour could just blast us right back down. We'll see. Dun, 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 dun. That's not you, BK? Yeah. When we're trading FTT 25Ks. Yeah, dude, that's what I was killing it on TechT last October, because they were also static. I was thinking about this too. I was like, man, I need to find a static account that has at least $1,000 in drawdown and stays static all the time, and I can take a payout into the buffer and leave myself $1,000 in drawdown after taking a payout. If I could find, and I think Fideas might do that. I think Fideas has a static account that's very similar to that, or potentially that Funding Ticks one account, maybe. You know, we'll see. But yeah, that's what I was doing, Tech T. I was literally I was in Austin, Texas in October last year, and I locked down like $10,000 in payouts. I don't think I ever got them, but while I was there, just took 1 trade, bam, done. And I was like locked in 10K today. Mo, static account means that your drawdown never moves. You start off with 1,000 in drawdown. If you make 1,000, you now have 2,000 in drawdown. Then if you take 1,000 out, you still have that original 1,000 in drawdown that you started with. So effectively, you could rinse and repeat. And that's what was the problem with Fast Track's accounts that they didn't realize. Their account was not supposed to be static. However, it was. And it took them several months to realize it. They never figured it out on my accounts, and I never told anybody. I think me and Alito talked about it a time or two. I think Alito's the first one to tell me, like, hey, check your account. I think it's static. And sure as shit, I checked it and it was static. So like with their accounts, you can make 1,000 and then take out 1,000. So I had 20 accounts. So effectively, I could take a $20,000 payout. It's supposed to burn the accounts, and I'm supposed to buy new ones. But since they had messed up and had them as static accounts, I could take a $20,000 payout and not have to buy anything new and just make another 1,000 across 20 accounts and then take it out again. There are accounts that exist like that, but they're typically a little more expensive and they don't have very much drawdown, typically. Looks like we're getting our first 5-minute inside bar. Buy. I bet Pine Tree's going to try to take this. So let's hope this buy breaks to the upside. We want to see it break above 53.50 here. But that's the reason why Fast Track, the idiots that they were, couldn't make any money, because they couldn't even control their software. They didn't even have it set up correctly to reduce your drawdown when you made money. So top of the hour here as well. Feels downs to me if we get below the 200 EMA. Yeah. Where's the VWAP at? I don't even have it. It's not showing up on my chart tonight. It won't show up until 8 o'clock. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. ES is holding the VWAP here. 845. Okay. So my stop's just below the VWAP. So the VWAP and the 200 EMA are right there together. Yeah, I don't know why it does this. Like, I can change it to number 4. No. One of these I thought I could change it to and it would. Yeah, that one right there, number 2, puts it at 844. But for some reason, 3 doesn't have it on there at all. So I don't really know why. I mean, ultimately, I don't really need it. 844 as well, Frank. Thank you. I like to have it on there, but it's not like you have to have it. All right, let's see if this inside buy can break above 53.50. That's not done it yet. You can see the inside bar right there. We want it to break above here. Theoretically, if it broke above there, I could just trail my stop up to 47.75. Put call ratio. What do you mean? Let me see. Where do I put call ratio at? I don't even care about the stupid standard deviations. Forward extension. Call ratio. I don't know where I could put that at. Don't know. Looks like we're going to get another inside bar here potentially. It's just not wanting to, or is that what you're telling me? Put call ratio is something else. Boom, 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 boom. Pulling back. No bueno. Oh, you're talking about SPY. Okay, I was like, what are you talking about? I mean, do I just kill this if it breaks below 47? Is Pine Tree going to take the short here if it breaks below? He's long too. See if he gets out if it breaks below. I don't know if it makes sense to move my stop up to 47.75 or not. Rip it! Rip it! Another inside bar. Inside bar on inside bar action. I don't know what that means. Is that like... I don't know. Not sure what that means. The slow action is so like, it's so not New York, right? So not New York here. All right, breaking. No, it's so the Nasdaq didn't break it. Oh, now it did. So NQ did break it. A plus. What do you do when you get the second inside bar? No, I just play the first one, Frank. I still use the first one. Might be a little liquidity sweep here, just that little pop above. That's not a good reaction. This thing could turn down a little bit here. Let's see. I mean, Nasdaq popped all the way up to 54 and a quarter on that. So that would be the stop out on that inside bar play. Only waves is short. I'm thinking about buying here. Might buy at the 44. Let me take a stab there off the 200. And the whop of these. Something like that. $17 points. Good luck, only waves. Zabox in the money. Let's go. You're short too. I'm going to add 2 right down there and risk a little bit on it. Not much. I don't know that we get it. It may bounce right here. It may not even give it to me. I'm tempted to add a little bigger size here on this pullback. Oh, you got destroyed for the long earlier? Yeah. Just gotta hold it. I mean, this time of night, if that's the thing, like I do it too. I mean, we all do it, like where you shake yourself out of positions. You're like, man, if I would have just held that, would have been fine. You know, ends up being fine. But you just don't know. You never know, right? Oh, you're what size? Yeah. Might look for a bounce here off this level. We'll see. I'm just like for 4 points. Oh, goodness. Trolling Pine over there a little bit. Somebody said, are you going to be He said, are you going to be joining poker later? I said, he'll be doing a different kind of poker. Final bear flag? Maybe. I'm considering adding down here, but I don't know. Might make more sense to add, like, if I'm going to add lower, maybe let it stop me out. And then add lower, unless it just goes here. What about the poker? I said he will be doing a different kind of poke her. We close back above these EMAs here. This thing could just go back up. Could just squeeze here. It's kind of dangerous to add 5 up here too. Really is dangerous. I should add. If I'm gonna add there, I should just add 1 or 2. I think I'm gonna talk myself off the ledge here for the 5. You know, we'll just add like 2. We'll just add 2. Go for dose. Go for dose. Let's see if we get this push. Get back. Oh, we're above the 50, so interesting here. We may pop. Let me try to help the market. Tell them what we need here. This is what we need, market. That's what we need. This is a hand. In case some of you are wondering, that's definitely a hand. That's a hand with a finger. Rip it. We got a bleeder. That's what we should say from now on if the market starts going down. You know, from There's Something About Mary. We got a bleeder. You guys seen that? Surely everybody's seen that. Let's watch that. Let's watch it. For those who had not seen it. Let's listen to it. Maybe we don't have to.
A 1 and 2 and we got a bleeder.
Oh. For those of you who hadn't seen that. How'd you get the beans above the francs? Here, let's watch the whole
There's only
scene.
one thing to do here.
Wait, you know what? I got an idea. Look. We don't have to do anything, because, look, I can just wear this over the front. Look, I can go to the prom. We'll deal with it later.
Relax. You already laid the tracks. That's the hard part. Now we're just gonna back it up.
Teddy, be brave.
It's just like pulling off a Band-Aid. A 1 and 2 and
We got a bleeder! Keep the pressure on. Keep it on.
He was masturbating. He's francs and beans.
People, please move out of the way. Please move. This is serious, people. He was masturbating. Move out of the way.
None of this ever happened to Woogie.
Are you okay, Ted? Ted!
He was masturbating.
Oh, poor Ted. Finally got to go to the prom with Mary. And then he got the francs stuck in the zipper. The francs and beans. Franks and beans. Hilarious. Just kind of creating an idiot box here again. Just kind of staying in this range. We'll see. We'll see. See, the slower that the price action is, my mind wanders and I start thinking about other stuff. You know, and start thinking about full ports and things like that. Where he's playing football with the kids always cracks me up. Yeah. What was that movie that Johnny Knoxville played in? Where he played a handicapped kid? He pretended to be handicapped. What was that name of that movie? The guy chopped his fingers off and he was trying to make money. Ringer. Yeah, that was a great movie. That was a funny movie too. The Ringer. The guy didn't have insurance and he chopped his fingers off, and then he had to try to win this competition or something to get the money. All right. I don't know, guys. Not much to say here. This thing is moving so slow. We're already long. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Yeah, my brother used to do the Special Olympics. It was one of his favorite things. He loves to bowl, too. My brother loves to bowl. You guys don't know I have a handicapped brother who lives with me. He is 3 years older than me, so he doesn't like to be called handicapped, though. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, guys. Come on, help me out. Help me out. How many likes we got? We got 56 viewers. Do we have 56 likes? Probably not. We got 26 likes. What's the deal? Got an 11-year autistic son yourself, mentally probably 2 years old. Yeah, that sucks, Mo, to hear, but there are people like that. Hey, I try my best. I'm not perfect. Thanks, Jen. Yes. You got to handicap yourself too, Pong? Yeah. Trust me, I'm not perfect. I'm not as patient with him as I should be. But I would say he probably, he's 48. He's probably got the mental capacity of maybe like a 14-year-old, 13-year-old. He thinks that like nobody, he doesn't realize that there's bad people in the world. He tries to see the good in everybody, which is good. But unfortunately, that's just not how the world works, right? You can't be letting people in the house and stuff like that. I have came home from work one time before, and there was like somebody sitting at my table eating a sandwich, So, yeah, exactly, Mo, exactly. Oh, I did not mean. I just added 4 more guys. I did not mean to do that. Darn it. Okay. Well, this might get interesting. I oversized there. I didn't mean to add that many. Did not mean to add that many. Let's look for the bounce. What I might do, because I added the wrong size, I may take a couple of these off as we just kind of push up 2 or 3 points here. We get like to 47. I may just take a couple off here. So I did not mean to add that many. I don't want to take them off for a loss, so... Still in 3 here. Alright, just in 2 now. That'll work. You got a condition called Poland syndrome, missing right pec muscle. My right hand is missing knuckles. Oh, interesting, Pon. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Get that run back up into 52 there. We'll chop one more off here. Yeah, physically, my brother's in good shape. He's not really anything wrong with him physically. He's just mentally handicapped. I mean, like, he's got weak bone structure, weak bones, and he's not, he's obviously not very athletic or anything like that, but he just is mentally... Here's the thing, I mean, in some scenarios, and I mean, you guys know this about autistic children or special needs, he has a better memory than me. I mean, like, he remembers, great-grandparents' birthdays, a cousin's birthday, like, and stuff like that. People that there's no way I would remember their birthdays and stuff. But he does remember those things. So. Oh, 80, 90,000 people are worldwide. So, my mom was hit by a drunk driver when she was pregnant with him. And, back in the 70s, you didn't necessarily wear seatbelts back then, and there weren't really airbags. So, she went through the windshield. When she was like, I don't even know, she was probably like 6 months pregnant or something. "20 years ago, rarely heard of autism." Yeah. Mo, I've been saying this for years, like, not to sound like a certain way about it, but for example, like ADHD and stuff like that, like, you never heard of that until, the last 15, 20 years. I mean, like you said, maybe it was just undiagnosed. I don't know. But, like, if I didn't listen in school, my mom would just beat my ass, and then I'd listen the next day. So, you know what I mean? But now it's like, your kid has ADHD or whatever. That's what they try to push that on me with my oldest son. They try to say that he had ADHD. The teachers try to say that. And then, when we took him to the doctor, and they did all the tests and the studies. Turns out he had severe sleep apnea, and the boy just wasn't sleeping at night. He wasn't getting into a deep sleep, and they were trying to scream, he needs medication for ADHD. Had nothing to do with that. He had severe sleep apnea. So as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, he had to get a CPAP and sleep with a CPAP. And once he got that CPAP and he started sleeping good every night, he's a different kid. Different kid. So but they try to push that on him. You got that too? You rarely use it? Come on, Mo, you gotta follow it. You gotta do what the doctor tells you. They tell you to use that, you need to use it. Now, he doesn't have it anymore. He grew out of it. He used the CPAP from like 5 years old to like 8 or 9, and did very good with it. And he grew out of it, which the pediatrician said that he likely would. And so now he's just a normal kid, No CPAP, does very well in school. Excellent grades. I think he's second in his class. He's a senior this year. And so he's very, very smart. And have not had any behavioral issues out of him since he was in first grade when he finally got the CPAP. So, but yeah, the first grade and kindergarten, woof. And he was fine at home. Yeah, poker starts in 30 minutes. You hit 40 and you start falling apart? Yeah. Dexterity for sure, pawn. I could see how that could be, yeah. Hell, even I have that. But, yeah. It just, the teachers just make me mad because they just all of a sudden assume, like, oh, you need this because of this. Like, get out of here. And I told them that, too. I was like, where's your PhD from? Just curious. Oh, you don't have one? Shut the hell up. Try to tell me what my kid needs. Because they would be mad at me because I wasn't, wanting to give him medicine. Because you guys probably don't know this about me, but I'm not someone who takes medications. Like, I hate taking medicine. So, I don't particularly like my kids to take medicine either. I'm not one of those people that's not going to give them medicine if they're sick and they need it. But I don't really love the idea of taking medicine. I try my best not to do it. I try to make that like a last resort. That's what we try to do. But yeah, also kind of like dealing with my brother as when I was growing up. So, kind of familiar with the idea of, what might be wrong with someone versus what might not, that sort of thing. So, rip it. There we go. We're out of the ad. I'm going to move my stop up kind of to the bottom of that wick. Yeah, they do, man. They want to just give you medicine. I mean, it's crazy, Mo, how they do that. Like, every little thing is like, here, let me give you some medicine. Even my brother, like, he's having some mental issues. He started maybe like 4 years ago, kind of seeing things and talking to people that aren't really there. And, they just want to throw medicine at it instead of trying to find out what the problem is. Oh, here, we'll give him this medicine. It'll make him like he's, he'll be lethargic. Like, that's not, it's not what you want. It's not my idea of something that I really want him to, to be dealing with, but. But they're the professionals, I guess. Yeah, I saw it, pawn. In some cases, you do need to, yeah, Kurt, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying that I try my best to make that kind of a last resort type deal, if you get what I'm saying. Now, if you got an infection, I'm not talking about that kind of deal, but like medicine for a headache or stuff like that, you know, like my daughter is like, you know, she's 14 and she's like, I have a headache. Can I have some medicine? You know, and she is, you know, she's a girl. So she does have, you know, the girl things going on. But I'm just one of those people. I don't remember ever having a headache when I was 14 years old. Right? I'm like, I just cannot remember ever having a headache at 14. I don't think I knew what a headache was at 14. I don't think I knew anything about a headache at 14 years old. So, dude, Kurt, they have that here in America for sure. Yeah, Mad Moxie, girl things. Girl things, you know. It might be that time, and she uses that. She uses that as, like, you know, sort of an excuse. Hey, I got a headache. So, I'm just not a huge fan of, like, her taking the medicine. If, you know, like, sometimes you just got to deal with stuff. You got a headache, you deal with it. You go to sleep, guess what? It'll be gone by tomorrow. So, Zelda and Final Fantasy, good guys on one side and bad on the other. Oh. Your wife, why is she no longer tattooing? I might add again down here at the 45 level. Yeah, Mo. Little bonding session. Well, sometimes when it's slow like this, you got to find something to talk about, right? Got to find something to talk about. I already got my shopping out of the way for the day. You know, I was tricked into going to TJ Maxx, Five Below, Ulta, and Target today. We were tricked. We were tricked into going. I'm going to buy bottom of the range here again. I mean, why not, right? Let's make sure it's just one. Actually, we can add two. All right, tagged in here to these little ads. Look for the retest of 850 here on this. Just kind of holding bottom of the range here. Jonathan, what up? Mo, it's completely normal to me now. Maybe like when I first started doing this, it was a little weird, but man, I'm 2.5 years into this. Talking to myself is normal at this point. Now, people might come over and hear me in here talking to myself and be like, what's that weirdo doing? But, you know, I'm used to it. She got back here. She's broke her tailbone and can't take the pain. Dude, I'm going to tell you something, Pawn. She's had 3 spinal ablations and 4 trigger points. Pawn, that tailbone. Let's get into a story. I'll tell you guys a story. How about that? Tell you guys a story. So, probably about, how many years ago? I'm going to say this was 2004. I was upstairs taking a shower, and I come out of the shower wet and naked. And I realized the laundry was downstairs. We lived in an apartment. And I was like, I got to go get a towel. The stairs were wooden stairs. I hit the first step. I didn't touch another step until I was at the bottom. The ass the whole way down. Boom, 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 boom. Butt naked. I think I broke my tailbone that day. And yeah, for like the next 6 months to a year, I couldn't sit for more than 10 or 15 minutes without excruciating pain. So, yeah. I could have probably left out the naked part, but you know, then you wouldn't get the gist of the story, right? So, I bet I air dry now. No, we don't. We make sure we got the towel before we go into the shower. Oh man, there was no towels in the bathroom. I guess they were all in the dryer. So, yep, fun times. Air dry might be a good option though. Maybe that's what I should do. Can we get a little push back up here? I'm going to probably raise one of these ads up a little bit. There we go. Got one off there. Let's get above these EMAs. It should be able to push back up through there. And I'm wondering if I should just sell this at the top of the range here. I'm wondering. There's the second one off there, the second ad. Considering taking that off kind of top of the, like taking this one off top of this range here. I think I'm going to. I think I'll go kind of the body of this candle here, 53. Just try to get it off there. Jean slipped below her ankle and caused her to slip and land butt first on the last few steps. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's tough. Yeah, Mo, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like a little, I'm not concerned here. We're in 1 micro. I would like this thing to push above the 54s and kind of squeeze, but it's just not doing it. It keeps getting turned down at every opportunity. Now, it might push through there once we get closer to that 8 o'clock hour, but we're just not there yet. Pulling back down here again. Yes, kind of a little bit weaker. Not much, but a little bit weaker here. Pump to Friday's high, maybe a little higher and sell off. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't really know. I wait and see what happens overnight before I try to get an opinion to it. But that does sound... I mean, sweep a London low, sweep a previous day low, rip back to the highs. It's kind of what we've been doing, right? Sweep the previous day open, fill the gap, pump it up. Those sort of things. All right, we get another pullback into the range one more time. Holy cow. Bottom of the range here. May get a little bit of a spike through here, a little liquidity sweep, followed by a pushback up. There we go. It's a decent reaction to that level again. I do think there's news at some point tonight, Mo. I'm not quite sure when, but I do think there is some kind of news tonight. Yeah, it's bad, Bob. It is bad. You're not wrong. It's definitely kind of bad. I mean, we're still in the range. You could just still keep buying the bottom of the range. I don't think it's horrible. I do think that it's either going to flash squeeze above the range or a little wick below the range and then rip back up. 80% of the times bears after quad wishing. But surely I'm coming days or weeks. Yeah. I put some art. Cool. Yeah, I like art. Now, are these pictures of you, Pawn? These are pictures of you, the man. It's you and her. It's a joint venture. Let's go. Come on, rip it. Come on, rip it. Get through the 50 here. I think we can squeeze through the 54s. He just gets back through the 50 here. Rip it! It's like 1 point. Rip it! Oh, the 915 China rate decision. Yeah, that could move it. Just rip it! moves up 3 points. Gonna have a new 15-minute candle and a new 5-minute candle here in 1 minute. Aren't we going down? Greatest nothing? I don't know. I mean, we're just kind of, we're in an idiot box right here. Not really. I mean, I'm buying the blow. I mean, you see my long spot, the bottom of the range. So that's the safest place to long, right? Even if it breaks out of the bottom of the range, chances of it coming back into the range pretty high. Same thing on the upside. So I think I'm pretty safe either way here. I mean, could kind of, you know, dip below and then just come right back into the range, or same thing. Could kind of go above the high, in which case it takes me out. So I think I'm pretty safe here. Could be wrong. But here in 5 seconds, I think we're going to get an idea. We've got a new candle here. A little pullback here. What is the significance of a new 5 or 15-minute candle? You usually get some sort of pullback. If you're pushing up, you'll usually get a pullback into the middle of the previous candle, the wick, something like that, and then start going the actual direction. It doesn't usually close unless it's top of the hour and then just go. So you can see right there, pulled back right to 50% of that wick on the previous 5-minute candle, and now it's pushing. So the only real significance is it really just doesn't go. right when you think it will. Almost got me there. Market has learned to thrive in ambiguity. Big old cup and handle, yeah. Trying to see it down to around my stop loss, yeah. We'll see, great as nothing. I mean, I think if you're shorting and you're top of the range, again, same thing, right? I don't think there's a right or wrong direction at this point. Only thing I will say is that the market has been more bullish recently than bearish. Does that mean anything? Not necessarily. But I prefer to be long in this situation over short just for that reason. But it doesn't mean one is more right than the other. Kind of want to just move the take profit down to 53 and just 52 and just get out of there. Calling tops and bottoms, that's tough, isn't it? You closed your shop, but me making custom rugs and resin pieces just wasn't paying the bills. Oh, I got you. Yeah, there's some big money in tattooing for sure. Definitely some money in tattoos, especially if you're talented. Definitely some cash. I don't know if I want to go to the well one more time or not. Failed to make it above the opening range tonight for the most part. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, greatest nothing. Like I said, I think it breaks out of this range in one direction or the other. Feels like it's going to be a liquidity grab. Feels like it's going to be a liquidity grab to me, but we're kind of developing this little trend line here. If we look on the 1 minute, kind of developing a little trend line here. Keeps pushing right back up into that and then kind of bouncing lower. And basically a little wedge here. Gold may be the better thing to trade. Yeah, you're not wrong. Gold definitely moving around. Now I'm not going to be shocked if we get just a little spike down here and then a rip right back up. You got 20 seconds until the new 5-minute candle opens here. Consolidation for the long breakout, potentially. We're going to be here for it. I should probably move my stop down to that, or that take profit down to 52.50. But I think we'll get a decent sized candle above 52.50. There's the push. It needs to happen on this candle. Should get me here. Should just be a little wick. Oh, come on. Jonathan won the moose race over there on Pines. Congratulations, Jonathan. I don't know if you're over there, Jonathan, but if you're not, get over there. Booyaka! Booyaka! We hit it. Perfect exit. Look at the exit there. Perfect. So we ended up on that account down $80. We lost 150. Actually, yeah, daily net down 80. We lost the first trade. We were down like $170 on it. So made $90, I guess, on that long there. And then on my Bluesky funded account, I did not take the opening trade, but I took the exact same entries as this, and we're up $141. So I took it on a funded account with the micros as well. Now it can go down exactly. Exactly. Still just kind of idiot boxing here. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go jump over to poker. If you guys want to join poker, the link's in the top of the chat right there. Got to do a couple of things beforehand. But if you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you want to help support the channel, Take Profit Trader still 40% off. Use code MM. My Funded Futures, code MM for 5% off. Bluesky, 91% off, code MM. Apex, I'm not sure what the deal is right now, but it's code MYTH. Trade Day is still 30% off. It's $69 all in for a 50K account. Code MM. Tradeify 35% off, code MM. Day Traders has a special sale that's going to launch tomorrow. Look for that, code MM. Funded Futures Network, buy one, get one free, 50% off, code MYTH. Elite Trader Funding, Legends, Lucid, Funding Ticks, and Prop Shop, all code MM for the various sales. Futures Desk is code MMM. But we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, Tokyo Open's coming in, but I'm not going to hang around for it, Tech T. We'll be back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. I do appreciate you guys watching, and as always, I will see you next time.
Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect yours. Market warning, listen close and heed. Daily payouts can fool, but they're not what they seem. Be resilient, don't give up, keep your guard tight. Trading isn't for the weak, so stay in the fight. Inversions rise, Hirami fall. Stay cautious, don't let your capital stall. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes her cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect you.